Hello everyone, this is Izzi from OneTechStop.net, and this is a review of the latest build 149 for Windows 10. So first off, what everyone's been waiting for was the Project Spartan browser. It just got introduced with Windows 10 technical preview, and that just got released a couple of days ago. As you can see, this is the future of browsing on your Windows 10, and this is what the browser looks like. Kind of simple design. You have this new UI Microsoft's introducing to Windows 10, been incorporated into this browser. You have your back and your forward buttons here for the pages. Unfortunately, you can't swipe to go back a page, or you can swipe forward. That is something I sorely miss from the IE modern application in Windows 8.1 and also on your Windows Phone 8 devices. So first off, you have your tabs. You can add a new tab here. Minimize, send back to your taskbar, or close. Then you have your feedback button here. That's what the smiley is for. You can give feedbacks on the problem or feature request. Might just quickly add bring back swipe to right to go back a page. So I can just quickly send that feedback. So that's really convenient to leave your feedback. So as you use the browser, you can quickly just, whatever ideas you have or whatever problems you found, you can just quickly, if you have a problem with a site, problem with the browser, or a feature request suggestions, you can just quickly type that in there and just send it away. So let's see what else we got here. You have this is your favorites tab. You can see there's a favorite website here. You have your reading list. You can add websites to where you want to read later, put them in here. Then you have your history, your browsing history appears here. Then your download tab for your downloads. So that is what this folder button right here is for. So you have 4 different folders to choose from: favorites, your reading list, history, and the downloads. Really nice UI. I'm really loving the UI here. It's really simple. So you can check that out. Then next up, let's go. As you can see, you have it's not really a hamburger button, but this is what's synonymous with Windows 8 or your Windows Phone. So you have extended menu. Do a new window. You can zoom. You can do full screen also. You can share this page. By do sharing, you have your different sharing options right there. And you can find on the page, look for something on the page right there. You can print, settings, and your F12 developer tools. So in your settings, you can turn off the favorites bar. Right now it's turned off by default. Reading view, you can change what font you want to use when you're reading an article. So for instance, I'm just going to pop in first website I can think of. Read the full story. So what the browser does, it does detect it's an article, and it gives you the option. This is your reading mode, just like on your Windows Phone if you're familiar with it. So it doesn't look like the touch is gonna allow pop-ups. So there, once you have an article, you can see the reading mode button became activated. You can click on that, then you have a nice background where you can read. This is your reading mode. You can just quickly read the article at your convenience. So that's part of the settings right here. So when you go into settings, you can change. If you want large fonts, you can see the fonts became larger, extra large, or you can just leave it the default medium. You can change the background. You can do light, you can do dark, Yeah, so whatever suits you, you can change that there. Default is the black on yellow background. I'm more used to just go with the do white on black, which is more readable. So startup, you can do a startup page. You can choose custom, choose what page for your home page whenever you open the browser. You can, right now there's no option choose what search engine. Right now the default is Bing, and that cannot be changed. You can do caret browsing as well. I'll show you in a minute what that means. Let's go back to the original page. The browser isn't really touch sensitive, it's still buggy when it comes to touch. So let's see. Actually, the whole UI is pretty, but then again, that's why it's a build. It's not a final product yet. Don't know what happened there. I'm gonna go back to settings here. So if we turn on caret here, it means you can use your cursor on. Yeah, that's what that does. Use it to select text. So if you leave that on, anytime you click on any text, that's what happens. So you might want to turn that off. But you can, there's a shortcut you can use F7 to enable, disable that function. There you can clear your browsing history, you can block pop-ups, you can block cookies. That's on. You can it doesn't block cookies by default, so you can turn that on if you want. Then you can do more privacy settings here with do not track request. You can do predict the next page, turn that on so it automatically knows when you want to go to the next page. Adobe Flash Player is inbuilt into this browser. You can turn that on off also. Then you can turn on the mini Windows antivirus for the browser, so it detects what files you download and it does a smart screen filter. If it detects it's a malicious file, it could stop you or prompt you before you download it. So that's another nice feature there. So what else? So there is the main feature everyone wants to take a look at is the Cortana integration into the browser. It's not fully integrated yet, but I'm just going to do a quick demo of what is. So let's go to and go to this website. Microsoft used this to demo. As you can see, this is a diner or a restaurant in Seattle. So once you open this website, you can see up here, Cortana tells you she can get you directions, hours, and more. And you can click on that. And let's see. And she's on it, so she gives you directions. You can make reservation. You can see the menu. You can see the time, hours, and you can also see Yelp reviews right there. So unfortunately, not all restaurants have this feature, but then again, the browser is still in its beta or even early build, so much is to be improved on. For instance, if I go to a popular restaurant here in the Bay Area, so as you can see, there is no Cortana integrated into this website, but as time goes on, it should work with just about any website. Cortana should be able to give you suggestions or be a digital assistant to you. But no, that's not all. You can actually, so for instance, if I select a word, let's see if I can pick this. You can hold it down. You can ask Cortana. And then she gives you the meaning of that word. So that's a nice way to use your Cortana in a browser. Let's see what else. So we can close the Find on page. settings. You can show your favorites bar, and as you can see, all your favorites show up there. It's not really aligned properly. That might need to be formatted correctly, because right now it just shows like half of your favorites right there. So just gonna turn that back off right there. But so yeah, you can also, what else can you do with the browser? Right now, if you make a website your favorites, like in IE, you should be able to open up that same website on your phone's browser, but with Project Spartan that doesn't work. It's probably for obvious reasons. Probably once Project Spartan is available on Windows 10, hopefully in the next build, which would be available probably next week, we'll take a look at how Project Spartan works with the mobile version and how they are seamlessly connected. One feature from Project Spartan, which I haven't yet figured out what its practical use would be, is the ability to write on web pages. So you can see this icon here. Once you tap on that, it kind of gives you this OneNote kind of feel to your web pages. So actually what it does is it takes a snapshot of the web page you're currently viewing. So as you can see, you can actually scroll down. It takes a whole snapshot of the whole web page and gives you the ability to edit. So as you can see, I can write stuff. You can actually change the color of your pen. You have yellow. You can use orange right there. Have different colors. As you can see right there. You can use purple. And you can actually change the ink size. So I have small, medium, and large. As you can see right there. Go with really tiny, so you can highlight something you just want to take note of. And what it actually does, it saves that web page to your OneNote. So as you see the icons at the top right here, you have save, or you can share, and you can share this on OneNote people, your reading list, or through a mail. You send an email. You can also exit. What's interesting is it doesn't actually freeze your whole browser, so you can actually browse different pages. You can do your regular stuff, but on that one page, you have different functions with the pen. You also have a highlighting tool here where you can highlight a particular text if you want. As you can see, that's what I'm doing here. You can scroll down. You can highlight a particular text. That also, you can choose the size of your pen, and you can actually choose different highlight colors like purple, cyan, blue, orange, yellow, as you can see right there. So, you can circle stuff, you can go through the pages. So you can actually erase, so you can do a clear all. So what it does is it clears the last entry you made. So these are the entries that are kind of permanent. There's no manual way to erase these. I think that would probably come in future updates. So, but for now, you cannot manually erase your different ink entries into the web page. So I do a clear all, but that's about it. It just clears the last action you took. So this next icon is actually for moving the page around. If you noticed, if you had the pen, you can actually move the page. Instead, it actually puts ink on the web page. So if you want to move it around, you can actually use the scrolling on the side here, or you can use this icon where you can move. Gives the ability to move the page around. And this last one, you can actually take. I believe this is for taking screenshots. I don't know if this works or not, but I haven't figured it out yet. Probably it's a bug. I mean, I can zoom in. It has a clipping icon, the scissors, so it should be a snipping tool, but it probably doesn't work. I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, once you're done You can just turn that off. Once you're done, you can actually save that page, and it saves it to on your browser. As you can see, you can save it as a favorite, or you can choose what folder you want to put it in, or you can create a new folder and put it in there. So it automatically generates a name for it called web notes. So say you're starting a web page and you want to make notes, and once you're done, you can just save it. I would love if they had an option to actually save that web page in OneNote. Right now there isn't that option. Hopefully we'll see that in the near future. So that's a quick look at the editing tool on your web page. I'm going to exit this. Microsoft also released a new music modding application for Windows 10. It's still in a preview version, so I'm just going to take a quick look at what the new music app brings to the table. So this is your new UI for the new music application. You have your hamburger menu, which a lot of people complain about, but that's what it is. It hides your extended menu on the side. You can just make it a simple thumbnails, or you can expand to see what those symbols actually mean. So, but with time, you get used to it. You know, the first icon here is your albums. Next one is your artist. Then you have your songs, and now playing. You have your playlist. You can make a new playlist, create one, save it there. You can import playlists from your music library or from iTunes. So, and the next is your user account. You can see your account preferences and the likes of those. Put those in there. See your account. You can choose billing information. What's funny is Microsoft calls this music preview is no more called Xbox Music. So for whatever reason, you can choose where you want the app to go look for your songs in whatever folders you save them in. You can actually choose to automatically download music. You can choose to automatically clean up duplicate tracks from your OneDrive. So say for instance the app finds a track on OneDrive and it's also locally stored on your computer, it just deletes the duplicate, so you don't have the same track on the music app. You can choose to retrieve album art, metadata, and all that stuff. And you can ask the app to, every time you want to purchase new music, you can prompt for you to log in. That way no one just goes into your music app and buys albums and stuff without your permission. So I'll just look at the UI here.